Awesome. That was 100 rounds.
Right now we're about 1 hour northwest of Las Vegas. We're in the middle of the desert, as you can see. And DEFCON Shoot is about to take place. So this is a bunch of shooting lanes are being set up. I'm gonna fire straight down this way. You can see the lanes being set up. I don't want to film people's faces. They got strict rules about filming and people's faces and things like that, because a lot of people here do government contracts, and I talked about this a little bit before, so filming will be a bit restricted, but I'm going to try and do my best to show some shooting of guns. So, again, this is DEFCON Shoot. People come from the DEFCON, the hacker convention in Las Vegas. They meet up here, they register, and they've got a ton of different guns, a bunch of different bullets, targets. I'm not going to be shooting any guns, okay? I tweeted something out, people assume that I'm here to shoot guns. I'm actually just here to film people coming out to the shooting range and shooting a gun. And just get a general vibe, talk to people about what DEFCON Shoot's all about, a little bit about DEFCON, and just see some targets get obliterated.
Hey guys, Carl Casarda from InRange TV. We're out here at the DEFCON 25 shoot. I've been to a number of these over the times. If you watch my channel, you see we did an introduction years ago, which was about the intersection of hacking and firearms technology, of which there's really a pretty good convergence there, because technology is technology. Whether it's malware or a firearm, it's all in the way the person uses it, not what the thing is in and of itself. The item by itself is an inanimate object, and that's what DEFCON's all about, is learning and grokking the technology and not being afraid of it, and that's what the DEFCON 25 shoot's all about. Hey, you know what's funny is I'm actually a competitive shooter. I shoot across the country and actually internationally at this point. And the reality is, while there's a lot of newbies out here, the DEFCON shoot tends to bring up people that are new to guns. The reality is, because these are technologists or people that appreciate and understand and respect technology, this is one of the safest, if not one of the, actually the safest event I've ever been to.
How's everybody doing? Good. It routinely amazes me and pleases me that this happens every year. And it happens because every one of you shows up and cares and leaves the city and leaves the comforts of the air conditioning. And beyond that, it happens because everyone is flexible and kind to one another and pitches in. Every year I say it's going to be the last year I do it, and every year I do it again. And it's because people who come, they enjoy it and they say, please keep this going. And more than that, people afterwards email and they say, how can I be a help next year? Can I be on the mailing list? And somehow, in spite of everything not completely going wrong, but like in spite of the reasons that the shoot has stopped in the past, we somehow keep it going. Those of you who grew up with guns, you know, you always treat a gun how? As if it is loaded. You always keep your finger where? Off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. You're always aware of what when you're aiming a firearm? Your target and what is beyond it. And that goes hand in hand with you always point a firearm at what? A safe direction. Is this a safe direction? No. Is sweeping and like muzzling somebody a safe direction? Because you're not pointing, right? You're just walking. No, that's not a safe direction. Down or downrange are your two safe directions. The same joke you've heard every year, and for the newbies you get to experience my analogy. There's a certain thing you'll catch referenced at gun ranges and gun events. And it's the phrase, but it's not loaded. That phrase is equal to, I'm not racist, but. Nothing else about to come out of your mouth is fucking okay at that point. Just stop. So yes, all firearms are treated as they are loaded. Even if you've just cleared it yourself, you still behave in the manner that it is loaded, because everyone else around you are people downrange setting targets. They don't know why you're handling a gun. All firearms are treated as though they are loaded. You're aware of your target and what is beyond it. Finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Point it in the safe direction.
What is that?
Barrel on it?
Yeah.
I don't think that had that thing.
This is just gonna be like B-roll.
So that was that.
That was perfect, yeah. What kind of gun is this?
Oh, Matt, it's an AK. AK.
Oh, okay.
And this is AR. No, is it 308? No, that's AR, AK. So 5.56. Yeah. 7.62. Excuse me. Yeah.
All right, so they just yelled eyes and ears, swapped out the green flags for red flags. That means the range is hot. No one can go past the tents. It's very dangerous. So we should start seeing some shooting happen very soon.
Bottom right.
This plate took a direct hit. Little glancing hit there. This one's one of the furthest targets out. And yeah, we're pretty far away. You probably can't see anything. So this is the second, I guess, ceasefire. They call the range cold, put the green flags up, and then people come out to reposition the targets, set things up. And so there's about 15 minutes until it goes hot again. And that's pretty much it. I think the one thing they're missing here is a grill. It is windy, there's no food, everybody's shooting stuff. They need burgers, and they need veggies. Grilled veggies, a vegetarian option for everyone. All right, it's starting to get dark out, but I'm here with the honcho, the head honcho, Deviant. So you run DEFCON Shoot, is that?
I do. I facilitate DEFCON Shoot.
Is it kind of like a collective thing, you know?
Yeah, you get enough good people together. Good gun community is usually capable of standing up a good time, but something like this, I'm prepared to accept some of the very impressed comments from people when they say this is, I mean, a few people getting together for the weekend is one thing, but 100 people on a firing line that's a couple hundred yards long just popped up in the middle of unincorporated land, that's a real achievement for the community to come together like that.
Watching everybody come together and build it was impressive.
Yeah, well, we don't get enough time together. We're always traveling, we're always hustling on the road. And this one big event, a series of events, you got Black Hat, B-Sides, DEFCON, everyone's in town, and I say, look, this is not an opportunity to be missed. Bring your steel.
So these are hackers with guns.
They are, yeah.
So I think for a lot of people who aren't in the hacker community, they don't assume, you know, you've got the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag. People wouldn't assume that they would show up and see a bunch of people firing guns with the Don't Tread on Me flag. You know, I guess the average person doesn't view hackers that way. They think hackers are, you know, left-wing nerds sitting in their parents' basements.
There's that idea, I suppose, but I think the libertarian side, small L libertarian side, of the hacker community has been long-standing. We were the kids who were told to do things a certain way. Why? When you asked why, they just said, well, because that's how we've always done it. Do it that. And most of the people in the hacker world are the ones who said, well, that's a dumb reason. I don't want to do it just because I've told to do it because some authority figure, some bureaucrat says do it this way. And that sort of getting angry at your teachers for not explaining certain answers because the book does it this way, or getting angry at a system of employment where you say, I really want, I can do this job faster if I do it with this code or this method. Well, no, we do it this way. It sort of instills in people a distrust for kind of blind, distant authorities.
You're describing my childhood.
Yeah.
Like when my math teacher said, this is the formula, but I can do it in my head.
Right.
Why are you making me do it worse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, hackers with guns.
Yeah.
And, I mean, is there, what's like the politics of people here? Is it small L libertarian, just people who believe in freedom, free exchange of ideas? That's what people have said to me.
That's a big part of it, I think, but I don't want to pigeonhole anyone. I don't want to label anyone. This is a community that doesn't believe in a lot of labels, in a lot of things, a lot of categories, and a lot of identification. It's a bunch of people who mostly could summarize their philosophy, I think, as leave me alone.
Yeah.
Except
don't tread on me.
Yeah, except when you have enough people that all believe the same thing, suddenly you realize you're not the outcast you thought you were. Or at least you have this small family of other outcasts. And yeah, that's very much the hacker ethos of, I can figure something out. I can figure out the way that's cool to do it. And if I'm not hurting you, and if I'm not doing anything wrong, why should anyone stop me? And that definitely, there's a lot of crossover into the firearm community at large with that idea.
Considering this is, it's a bunch of hackers, technology is certainly a factor. Is there new technology in firearms that you see pop up here?
Yes, in a number of ways. I mean, this is separate from the statements about like smart guns, which there'll be a talk at DEFCON. I think Polar is doing, he hacked the Armatix smart gun pistol. We didn't have one of those out here at the shoot. We wanted him to come. He hasn't landed yet. But new firearm technologies, like for example, my buddy Carl, he and Ian, a friend of his, Ian McCollum and Carl Casarda, their channel on InRange TV, it's called, they have a project just called What Would Stoner Do? And it's a reimagining of the classic, the venerable American AR pattern rifle, the AR-15 rifle, with modern components, with modernized parts. And if Eugene Stoner were designing it today, if he and Jim Sullivan were building an AR platform today, well, what choices might they have made? And would the trigger be different? Would the optics be different? And you think that something is a very unchanging piece of hardware. It's been the same rifle forever and ever. Well, no, it's not. There's really interesting tweaks and under the hood changes. So I think that's fascinating. I love that I'm going to put hands on it. I've been watching these What Would Stoner Do videos online and seeing this engineering and this work, but other people here can actually pick it up and hold it and put a few rounds downrange.
Right on. Any final thoughts on DEFCON Shoot that we should know about, or?
Final thoughts? Every year I say it's going to be the last year, and every year I'm lying. I'm being honest for like a month, and then I'm lying for like a month, and then I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm doing it again.
I think you've got too many people here who enjoy it.
As long as the community stays true to itself and believes in volunteering and doing it for the love of it, just doing it to have fun, as long as we keep having fun, there's no reason not to keep coming out here, I guess.
Right on, man. Well, dude,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it very much.
Right on.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for coming.
I'm just going to wrap up real quick. So, this is DEFCON Shoot, and wow, I mean, there's some powerful guns. I mean, you saw the footage. Very, very noisy. So, comment below, let me know what you think. I think it's funny that, a lot of people were commenting on Twitter when I tweeted out that I was here. I showed some shell casings, and there's this assumption that the hacker community is all just hard-wing left. But no, you've got a wide range of people and a lot of people here who are having a good time firing guns. So yeah, comment below, let me know what you think. Click the like button if you like the video. If you want to support the work that I do, you can go to patreon.com/Timcast. Give whatever you like, give nothing at all. My videos will always be free and available, but you can also go to minds.com/Timcast, minds.com, and subscribe for an exclusive behind-the-scenes feed. I'll have that all up whenever available. So thank you all so much for watching. If I didn't say it, you can find me on Twitter @Timcast and also on Instagram, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Awesome. That was 100 rounds.